Hey guys, it's Morgan, and today I'm going to be doing a book outlet book haul. I did one last month and I got 8 books. This month I got 9 books. So let's open the package. Okay, so I got the package open. Here's the paper. Okay. So the first book is Tunnel Vision by Susan Adrian. Let me read the description for you. Jake Lucan just turned 18. He's decent at tennis and Halo and waiting to hear on his app to Stanford. But he's also being followed by a creep with a gun, and there's a DARPA agent waiting in his bedroom. His secret is blown. When Jake holds a personal object like a pet rock or a ring, he has the ability to tunnel into the owner. He can sense where they are, like a human GPS, and can see, hear, and feel what they do. It's an ability the government would do anything to possess. A perfect surveillance unit that could locate fugitive spies or terrorists with a single touch. Jake promised his dad he'd never tell anyone about his ability, but his dad died 2 years ago, and Jake slipped. Now, if he doesn't agree to help the government, his mother and sister may be in danger. Suddenly, he's juggling high school, tennis, tryouts, flirting with Rachel Watkins, and working as a government asset, complete with 24-hour bodyguards. Forced to lie to his friends and family, and then choose whether to give up everything for their safety, Jake hopes the good he's doing, finding kidnapped victims and hostages, and tracking down terrorists, is worth it. But then he starts to suspect that the good guys may not be so good after all. With Rachel's help, Jake has to try to escape both good guys and bad guys and find a way to live his own life instead of tunneling through others. So I thought that sounded really good, and I'm super excited to read it. I hope I like it. The next 2 books that I see in here are 2 in a series. The Warrior Heir and the Wizard Heir by Cinda Williams Chima. So this is the only series I've ever read by her. I've only read the first 3. I think there's 4 in the series. But I accidentally read the second book before I read any of the others and didn't know it was the second book till the end. And so I read the first book and the third book, and I didn't really like them very much. I really loved the second book, but I'll have to reread the first book. That's why I got it, because I wanted the series, to see if I like it or not. So one of the cool things I like about the series is each book is in a different person's perspective. So the character in the first book is in the second book, but it's not in his perspective. So I'll read you the back of both of them so you know what they're about. An epic battle between good and evil. Before he knew about the roses, 16-year-old Jack lived an unremarkable life in the small Ohio town of Trinity. Only the medicine he has to take daily and the thick scar above his heart set him apart from the other high schoolers. Then one day Jack skips his medicine. Suddenly he is stronger, fiercer, and more confident than ever before, and it feels great, until he loses control of his own strength and nearly kills another player during soccer team tryouts. Soon Jack learns the startling truth about himself. He is a Wereland, part of an underground society of magical people who live among us. At their helm sits the feuding houses of the Red Rose and the White Rose, whose power is determined by playing the game, a magical tournament in which each house sponsors a warrior to fight to the death. The winning house rules the Were. As if his bizarre heritage isn't enough, Jack finds out that he's not just another member of the Wereland. He's one of the last of the warriors, at a time when both houses are scouting for a player. So I hope I like this book better the second time than I did the first time. And then I'll read the description of the second book. 16-year-old Seth Macaulay has spent the past 3 years getting kicked out of one exclusive private school after another. And it's not his attitude that's the problem. It's the trail of magical accidents lately, disasters, that follow in his wake. Seth is a wizard, orphaned and untrained, and his powers are escalating out of control. After causing a tragic fire in an after-hours house party, Seth is sent to the Havens, a secluded boys' school on the coast of Maine. At first it seems like the answer to his prayers. Gregory Leicester, I'm not sure how to say that, the headmaster, promises to train Seth in magic and initiate him into his mysterious order of wizards. But Seth's enthusiasm wanes when he learns that training comes at a steep cost, and that Leicester plans to use his students' powers to serve his own wicked agenda. With Leicester closing in and no one left to turn to, it's up to Seth to find new allies, answers to long-buried secrets, and a way out. So this was my favorite book in the series. I don't think I've read the whole series, though. I think there are 4. But I'm not sure. And I do really like Cinda Williams Chima. I would like to read some of her other series. Okay, the next book in here is Article 5 by Kristen Simmons. and I'll read you the description. New York, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. have been abandoned. The Bill of Rights has been revoked and replaced with the moral statutes. There are no more police, instead there are soldiers. There are no more fines for bad behavior, instead there are arrests, trials, and maybe worse. People who get arrested don't usually come back. 17-year-old Ember Miller is old enough to remember that things weren't always this way. Living with her rebellious single mother, it's hard to forget that people weren't always arrested for reading the wrong books or staying out after dark. That life in the United States used to be different. In the 3 years since the war ended, Ember has perfected the art of keeping a low profile. She knows how to get the things she needs like food, stamps, and hand-me-down clothes, and how to pass a random home inspection by the military. Her life is as close to peaceful as circumstances allow. That is, until her mother is arrested for non-compliance with Article 5 of the Moral Statutes. And what's worse, one of the arresting officers is none other than Chase Jennings, the only boy Ember has ever loved. So this kind of makes me think of Legend by Marie Lu, where there's like military in control of everything. So I hope it's good. I would love to be able to read the whole series. The next book, I love this book, it's so pretty, is called Hold Me Closer, Necromancer by Lish McBride. So I've read this book 2 or 3 times. I really like it. Usually when I think of a necromancer, I think of a bad guy, but the necromancer in this book series is a good guy, so that's probably why I like it so much. Necromancy. Conjuring the dead for purposes of magically revealing the future or influencing the course of its events. Yeah, you heard me. Conjuring the dead. It sure beats flipping burgers. Meet Sam, just your average guy rocking a fast food career. Enter Douglas, a powerful and violent necromancer. Douglas immediately recognizes Sam as a fellow necromancer, which is news to Sam. And Douglas is not too happy to have a competitor. Sam is given one option: join forces with Douglas, or else. Now, with only 1 week to figure out his mysterious latent powers, Sam needs all the help he can get. Not only does he have an undead friend on his hands and a hot werewolf girl for company, but luckily he lives in Seattle, which has nearly as many paranormal types as it does coffee places. But even with newfound friends, will Sam be able to save his skin and find a way out of Douglas's clutches? So, I think there's 2 books in this series. The second book I don't like it as much as this one. I really like this one, but I've also read the second one a few times. The next book in here is called Lux Opposition. It's the special collector's edition by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It has the 3rd and 4th book, Opposition and Shadows, in the Lux series. So you can see it up there on my shelf. I just finished the 1st and 2nd book last month, and so I never read the 3rd and 4th book, and I know there's 6 books in the series. There's another book after this, and then there's a prequel. So I decided I really wanted to continue this series because it was so good. So this series follows a girl named Katie who moves next door to Damon and Dee, who are aliens, and so she ends up kind of getting a crush on Damon, but he's a really big jerk and he treats her really badly, but she really likes his sister, so she has to kind of tolerate him. And so the series kind of follows her and when she finds out about her alien neighbors, and there's bad aliens and good aliens, and then there's the government who are kind of controlling the good aliens and the bad aliens, and it's really just a romance kind of series, which I don't really like romance very much, but I like this series. But I'm really excited to continue. The next couple books in here are part of a series. So this one is the second one, No Easy Way Out, and this one's the third one, No Dawn Without Darkness, by Dana Lawrence. So I read the first one, No Safety in Numbers, and basically in the series there's a bunch of people at a shopping mall, and then they find out that there's like a dirty bomb in the shopping mall, and so they have to quarantine the shopping mall, so everybody inside is stuck, nobody can leave, there's military everywhere outside, and people are freaking out, they're rioting, and they're breaking into stores, they're looting, and there's so many people in there. And the first book is, I think it's 6 or 7 days, and then the second book continues with the next day. But I I liked the book. It just took me a long time to read. It was kind of slow, but I did like the story, so I'm excited to continue, and I'm glad I have all the books now. And the last book that I ordered is in the middle of a series that I have. It's Alex Rider's Snakehead by Anthony Horowitz. It's the 7th book, the 6th book. It's the 6th book in the series out of 10. There's 10 in the series. And this is the last one that I didn't have. I have all the other books. And so I thought I'd order it because I saw it on Book Outlet for like $3 or something. So, and it's, I don't know if it matches any of the other ones actually. They're all kind of mismatched. But anyway, this series follows a kid named Alex Rider, and he, in the first book, he becomes a spy for MI6, and so each book is a different mission because I think he's 14, and so being a 14-year-old kid, nobody would suspect you of being a spy, so he can get into places that would be harder for an adult to fit in, and so I'm really excited that I have all the books. Now I can read the whole series. So that is it for my Book Outlet haul. I'm so excited they got here. So the last time I got a box from them, the tracking was faulty. I only got to view the tracking once, and then it kept saying not available. Well, this time, I never even got an email saying that my books had shipped, so I was pleasantly surprised when I saw the box on my porch because I thought they hadn't shipped yet. So that still kind of bugs me, but you can't beat 9 books for $35 with free shipping, so I'll just have to keep ordering and trust that they will ship it to me, otherwise I will be mad and have to call and complain. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. All the books are in really great condition. There's one book with a crack in the spine, but they're all look brand new still, so that's exciting. I do enjoy ordering books from them, and especially discounted so I can get more. But yeah, so thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I was so excited to open this box today. I had to wait until I got back home from the store to open the box, and I'm so glad I did and that I recorded it because I love these books and I'm so excited to read them all. And yes, I'm so excited to order more books. That's just like my favorite thing. I could just buy books all day long. I could go to the bookstore and look at books all day long, and I can shop online for books because it's not like shoes or clothes where you have to get the right size. You can just buy them and not have to worry about it. So it's my favorite thing to shop for. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!